Hello, 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 everybody. We are live here for AI marketing together with my very lovely colleague, Desiree.
Yeah,
Hello, Desiree. How are
I'm
you doing? Everything
fine.
okay there?
Yeah, yeah, it's a good week for me. So yeah, I will say yeah. I'm glad what's
Very,
happening
very
now.
good to hear. And I believe you topped up some more money in your robot also.
Yeah,
And very good, of course, as you already know, and you follow my videos, guys, then you already know that I got my $500 bonus. And that one is also running now with my robot, so I'm very, very happy also. And what we wanted to talk about today is that we see a lot of people complain, and I know exactly why that is. A lot of people are waiting for their money to come on to the robot that the robot is running for. And usually it took around about 48 hours, something like that, until the robot was running with your money. But now, lately, the robot takes 4 to 5 days until your money is running with the robot. And I can imagine that people are really anxious to get their money in the robots because when you work with a little bit of money, so let's say $100 or something, is that it takes 5 days until he grabs that money and works with it, and then you have to wait again for a little money to get into the robot. So it takes too long. So the robot will take more, and you can't keep up with that with the reinvestment. So I can imagine how you feel, guys. And well, we have the same thing. It's with everybody the same. So that's right. You have the same thing too, right?
yeah, yeah. You have to wait a little bit longer than normally, but yeah, but it's still there and it's waiting. I do understand people are saying, yeah, it's too long to get your money to work in the robot,
Hmm.
and yeah, um, but
Yeah,
I think,
I can
but
imagine that it's frustrating for these people.
yeah,
Yeah, I can imagine that because when you're working with, well, a little bit of money, let's say $50 or 100 or maybe 150, and you need to wait at least 30 to 40 days until you get a little bit of cash back. And when you have something and you want to reinvest that and you have to wait 5 days, so I can imagine how they feel. And Desiree and I have the same thing, but we are lucky because we are working with a little bit more money in the system. So we have a budget that the robot is running with a little bit more money. So it's not that difficult to get our reinvestments back in there. But if you're working with a little bit of money in there, I can imagine how you feel, guys. So
yeah,
I think they will tell the leaders about that, and hopefully they will get the answers there in the leader chat. Every 2 weeks they have them. So I think next Saturday will be the next one. So hopefully we get an answer on that one, why the robot is running that late with your money. So I can I can imagine how you feel, guys. Okay.
yeah.
So Desiree, did you have any questions coming to you that you wanted to ask here?
Um, yeah, it's about when you have your pending, and normally you have to wait, let's say 1.5 month for every pending will be in your cashback to withdraw. So people are saying, yeah, then when I start um, fresh in an account, you have to wait for, let's say, 1 month, between 1 month and 2 months, to get a cashback from the sales.
Yeah.
So uh, you cannot withdraw in the first month or whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah, people are anxious about that. yeah, but it's the sales. It's not something that the company has the money and you get a percentage of every day. It's not like that. So think about that you can say, okay, it's 1 month, I don't get anything.
Yeah.
And then the second month, you get a little bit of your sales and in the cashback system.
Yeah.
So, and then you can withdraw. Uh,
No, don't recommend to withdraw.
oh, okay, but you,
Because when you're starting in AI marketing, it can be a very, very good thing to earn money from. Okay, but you have to be patient. That's the thing here in AI marketing. When you are patient, it will pay off. But what I see happening with most people that started in AI marketing is that they are trying to get their money out fast. And I know exactly why. Okay, I get it. I get it. The thing is that if you start too fast getting your money out, is that there's nothing left to reinvest and there's nothing left to keep your robot running. So when you do that, then everything stops and you have to get some money out of your pocket again to put it in. So what I would do in your case, guys, is just leave it running and reinvest everything for 90 days. For 3 months, around about 3 months, unless you're putting in $2,000, because that's the difference. And if you start with 100 or you start with $2,000, is with $2,000, then you have the cash back that you can get out very fast because you started with a large amount. But when you start with a low amount, let's say 100, be patient. Just wait 3 months, put everything back in, and then the fourth month, use the 75-25% in that getting back your money little by little. Okay. Because I always tell my people when you start in a business, it doesn't matter which one it is, get your money out that you put in, your seed money out first, always. But in this case, you can't do that when you start with a low amount. So build that thing up, build your robot up, make sure that your robot's always running and never runs out. There's another thing because when it runs out, and let's say a robot stops, and you have team members in your team, is that you will miss out on any commission that is working below you. Okay, so it is always a good thing to have your robot running because otherwise everything will skip you and goes to your sponsor. Okay, so that's how that works. Yeah, Desiree. So
yeah,
yeah, we recommend always to keep on reinvesting when you start with a low amount. There's nothing wrong with a low amount, but be patient.
yeah,
Let's say you start with $2,000, then it's a whole different story, guys, because then the robot has $2,000 to work with, so he can advertise with $2,000. That's
yeah,
a difference there.
yes.
um, yeah, was there something else, Desiree, that you had?
Um, yeah, that's what I think that people are too anxious about
Yeah,
how they can have their money.
yeah,
Um, you have to be patient. I can only tell you that if you what Connie says, you have to be patient when you start a little money in the system. You have to be patient. So uh,
you
I
don't have
have
to worry
I have
about.
I have an account.
Yeah,
Let's say I put there around 450 with a gift certificate from my sponsors account, and so it was around $504. It depends because the Bitcoin is going
fluctuate
up and
up and
down.
down. Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
it is not exactly the 500, but I have 504. My robot has worked with and still works with. Um, yeah, sometimes and this account what I have is sometimes you get a sales of around $10. Oh, you know what? I can let you see. One moment.
You just show them, just share your screen.
I'm going to share the screen. One moment. Just I had already logged in, so it just has one moment. You have to go there first. And yeah, this is the account with the 504 advertiser budget.
Yeah.
As it's here, and um, as you see, it started at 17th of October last week.
Yeah. Before you're going to explain anything further, because I wanted to go over that first, because now you can see when you start with a new robot, people were complaining, I got a sale, but it doesn't give me any figures. Well,
Yeah.
when you start for the first day and your robot is activated, then it will show you a date with 0 number. Okay. It's always the first day like that.
Yeah. So the first day you have 0, but the next it will be this one. I'm sorry, here. The next will be this. So and sometimes you have a little bit, and then it goes up again, and then here you see here it is around 40. Yeah, and then the next day is this, so 34. So it's the sales robot is for everyone different. It's not that it is the same. My robot is different than from your robot, so it is not as you cannot say it's as similar, but you get what I have. It's for because Connie has different sales than that I have. So it is not for everyone.
Everybody's account is different. You
Yeah.
cannot compare any account with each other.
No. So it has nothing to do with the amount of the money you get into the robot. It has to do with the sales from the advertisement. What how many sales you get. What you see here, I had the first at 8 sales. Then the third, or the second is 3 sales, and then 12 sales, and then 19 sales, and 14 sales. So it's all different.
But what I can see in your account right now, because you're working now with what is that, 5 days?
Yeah.
So in 5 days, you can see that he is building up the sales.
Yeah.
See that? Because he starts with, let me make it bigger because otherwise I can't see it. So it starts with 8, then okay, the next day it's three sales, but then you work with 12 sales, 19 sales, so it's around about 10 sales, 11 sales that you get now in your robot.
Yeah.
And he is, what is that? He's using around about, what was that, $10 per day?
Yeah. At that time it was $10.
Okay, but yesterday it was $19, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Yesterday
what we
was
are trying to figure out. We are trying to
Yeah.
figure out is what is my robot really using when I have this amount in my advertising budget?
Yeah.
What is he using exactly when I have that amount? Well, That's very difficult to tell you guys because I am making a screenshot every day of my stats page. And that is this page. And then I calculate exactly what my advertising budget is, and then what the amount spent is, and what my cashback is on the day before. So I saw some kind of a pattern there that he was using a specific amount with a specific advertising budget that he was working with. And then today, it was a little bit strange because it became a little bit less than what he worked with. And then he still needed to have the same amount that he used for the advertising. So I need to tell you guys that when I want to really be sure how the robot is really using your money, that's very difficult to tell you because I have to work the whole month of October at least to see what he's really doing. Because now we have the trouble that the robot needs 4 or 5 days in order to put your money in the robot. Okay, so when you do reinvest, then the robot starts around about 4 to 5 days. And I know how frustrating it is, guys. Everybody has the same thing because in those 5 days that you have to wait, the robot is using some money from whatever advertising budget you have. So I can imagine that if you started with a low amount and he's taking a portion out of that, so let's say he takes $10 a day to advertise with, then you are left with $50 that he can use because it took 5 days that he worked with your money. So I can imagine that it's not funny. And hopefully we get the answers from the leaders there. So, and that is, but if you see in her account, what is amazing is that with this money, she already has a cashback of $138. And that is really good. Because that is, what is that, 25% of whatever your budget was?
Yeah,
27%. So in 5 days, I think it's amazing.
yeah. You know, it is in parts between, let's say, 19 days and no, yeah, 19 days and 83 days, let's say, around about. The cashback will be in parts coming in your, depending, it will be partly in this, your cashback. So it is not like the whole amount is going to be in the cashback. No, it's in parts. So sometimes I have a sale that was.
Just go to the sales page if you want to.
Oh yeah, I'm going to see that. One moment.
Because then I'm going to explain everyone that doesn't know how that works.
Yeah.
How to really see those sales.
Oh gosh.
Just go around or do refresh. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, in one moment.
If you refresh, maybe it will pick it up.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have the same thing. So.
Maybe it's too long.
And they are working in the system in the background. So sometimes you don't see anything and sometimes you do. Just go back to your advertising. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I have to log in again. Because
maybe I can show them in my account.
Too long.
Shall I share my screen?
A bit slow.
Yeah. Are you there, Desiree? I don't hear her anymore. Okay. Well, hopefully you can hear me.
Yeah,
Oh, there
it's
she is again. Okay, we didn't hear you anymore. Everything was. I see that Andrew is in the house. Hello, Andrew. How are you doing? What time does the page update? What do you mean update? What time does the page update? Oh, I think what time does he do showing your sales? I think you mean that. Um, what was that? What we checked, Desiree?
um
Was
let
that
me see.
in the middle of the night? But we are in the Netherlands, and Andrew, I think Andrew, you are in the UK, yes? So, what was that, Desiree? Was that in the at night where we are in the Netherlands?
Uh,
That
no.
the robot is changing from date to another date. You know, from he means
Oh,
the page update. Oh,
I
he's from Germany, so you have the same time as we have.
yeah. There's no difference from. Oh,
No,
when
Germany.
I think
Was that just around about 12 o'clock at night, something like
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And if it's correct, Andrew, you can see it also in your. I will show you guys. You know, I will show my screen. Let me
Hey,
show.
it has changed.
It has changed.
See,
What?
I have the profits from 28 because of I think there is another sale in a few seconds ago.
What do you mean 28? It's the 23rd.
A profit from the sales
Okay.
um, because it was 27 before few minutes ago,
Yeah.
and I logged in. It is now 28
Okay.
and
Well, let
25.
me log in my account here. Let me show you guys. Okay. You can see that he has a little bit of trouble here. Did you see the page running and you see that circle going around and around? Just refresh your page and it will go on. There you go. Oh, I need to click those images. I hate that. Oh, he's really, really slow.
Yeah, for me also.
He's really, really slow. Yeah. Guys, don't hesitate to ask any questions if you have them. And oh, there you go. Okay, come on. Okay. Okay, my money is still not running. It's the fourth day today. So yeah, everybody has the same thing. So let me show my screen. Let me put it down first because that's easier to share it. Share screen. AI marketing. There you go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me go to the sales because Andrew was asking about the time that he is changing. And what I can see here is this is the last one for 23rd, 23:20. So that is almost 11:30 at night. And that is the last one that he did for the 22nd. Okay, so the 23rd started in the morning. But this time, I don't know, do we have the same time? I think we have because it's Russia, right?
Yeah,
Or
it's the same.
is it one hour difference?
No, I think it's the same because Russia has the same
Yeah,
time
but
zone.
there is a place in Russia that is an hour difference from where we are.
Oh,
So maybe
okay.
it's an hour difference of that, but it's around about the same time.
Yeah.
And if it's correct, um, that if the client already paid, so let's say, okay, let me explain a little bit about that, because what we do here is basically nothing. Okay, that's just what we do here. We don't do anything. We earn by doing nothing. And basically, we are giving the robot money in order to advertise for people that wants to buy anything in whatever store. So you see all these stores, all these pictures here, and you can see the sale amount that was done by that person. Okay, so that person bought something for 98.23. Now the watches gives a 2.26% rate in commission in total to AI marketing. AI marketing is splitting that up into your cashback and to the deduction. That means that the cashback is 55% of the 2.26, okay, and 45% of the 2.26 goes to them. So this, your cashback, is yours. It could take a while before you get it, but it is yours. The other thing is that the deduction, that is the 45%, 22.5% of that is going to the Protect Fund. And the Protect Fund means that when this person buying that item is telling them, okay, I'm not happy with this package, or there's something wrong, or they want to cancel it, then they can send it back. And they wanted to have their money back or whatever. Okay, so that's why we have a Protect Fund. The other 22.5% is for AI marketing, because of course they need to be paid also, because they are a business. And if they are not a business, we are not earning in here. Okay. So that is the easiest thing to explain for you guys. So this money, that $1.22, I know it's not a lot of money. And I know you have to wait around about 83 days for that, but it will still come to you, even though the client is going to send their package back. What is going to happen when this money is not exactly there in 83 days is because there's something wrong. That means the client canceled or send it back to whatever store they bought it. And then it takes more time in order to clarify whatever the client did in paying all that. So then it can take up to 90 and maybe 100 days before you get your cash back, but you will still get your cash back. So don't alarm yourself if you see that you have, let's say, 83 days, and those 83 days are done, and you're still waiting. And you're like, why is it still pending? These 83 days are done yet. Well, that is because of this thing that is in front of it. That little thingy that you see before the 83, that means that this cashback will come to you around and about 83 days, because it could be there maybe in 70 days. And why is that? Because maybe the client paid already. Normally they have, okay? Normally they pay before they get their package. That's how it works. So when this store decides to send it earlier because it's done and it's going really fast and everything works correctly, then you will get your money faster, okay? That's how it works. But when it's the other way around, and indeed the client has also some time to send their money, their package back, and they have time to do those things. You know how that works, right? You buy everything online also. Maybe you know how that works. So then you know that it can take more than 83 days to do that. So that's to explain why it is still pending. And that's to explain why I tell you guys, wait 3 months and reinvest everything. That's why I say that. Do you see any questions, Desiree?
No, one moment, because I made it a full screen. No,
Nothing.
no.
Okay, that's good. So to explain fully to you guys is that we are calling it a robot that is working for us because it sounds cool, okay? But it's really just computer details and all that that is running in the background, of course, that is doing that for you. But the nice thing about this program is that you don't have to do anything. The only thing that you need to have in this amazing company is patience. And when you do have patience, it will pay off because you will get your money anyway, even though those packages are sending back or whatever. But you don't have to sell anything. You don't have to talk to anyone. You don't have to do anything or call anyone to get these sales because it's all done for you. To get all your cash back is done for you. The only thing you do is you give your money to AI marketing, and AI marketing is doing the rest for you. How amazing is that? But most people that start in a business, they want to have their money back very fast. And I know exactly why you want to have your money back as fast as possible. And you can. But you have to have a strategy in order to work your robot because you don't want to get your robot stopped and that he doesn't do anything anymore. So after those 2 or 3 months that you reinvested, you are going to use a strategy that is the 75-25% strategy. By the first 3 weeks, everything reinvesting, and the last week, you are going to withdraw a little bit of your money back. And that's how you do that. And then afterwards, you can just make sure that your robot is running and you can see what you're getting and you know exactly that, okay, I can put this in, I can get that out, and then you know exactly what to do. But be patient for 90 days, at least. It will pay off. I can guarantee you guys, it will pay off. You saw it in Desiree's back office. She had in 5 days, 27%, okay? In 10 days, she has more than that. And in 30 days and a couple of months, it will be more than that. And the reason why is because of the Protect Fund. We are protected in this company. So you will make money, if you like it or not.
Andrew has a question.
Yeah. Shoot. What's the question?
If your robot
Let me
stops,
go back and let me see.
do
Okay.
you still receive the
If your
cashback?
robot stops, do you still receive the cashback? Well, if you have pending cashback, guys, you always receive your cashback. Even though your robot stopped, it doesn't matter because he doesn't have anything to work with. But whatever you are impending that you need to receive, yes, of course, everything comes back to you. But it takes time. If you want to let it run out, then yeah, you have to wait all those waiting days. So Andrew, your answer to your question is yes, you will receive your cashback eventually. And then, of course, it stops until you have everything back in your cashback. And when it's in your cashback, then you can do a withdrawal, or you can decide to say, you know what, I'm going to reinvest it again altogether because then it's a large amount. And then my robot has something to do with more money and he will make me more money with that. Okay. So yes, Andrew, you're welcome. So what is the best thing to do? A lot of people ask me, Connie, can you tell me how much do I need to put in? The first question that I ask you or will ask you is, what can you afford to lose? This is a business. If you work for a boss, then we already know that there's always some kind of a pyramid there, okay? So you have the boss, then you have the managers, and then underneath the managers you have the supervisors, and then under the supervisors there are whatever, and then well, there's you, okay? If that company is not making money enough, then of course it will break down and you will be out of a job. Always keep in mind that that can happen also in these kind of programs. Okay, you never know what's happening. You never know what the economy is doing, or what will happen with whatever. The only thing I can tell you now with AI marketing is that it is pretty safe. And why do I say that? Because we are working, okay, AI marketing is working with real people. There is no trading, because we all know that if you trade with a company, and let's say the company is saying you get 0.5% per day and all that, this is not something like that. So you don't have to worry about what you're getting. You know what you're getting. But you know also that you have to wait a couple of days for it. And it tells you all in the sales page. So the better thing to have is AI marketing instead of a company that is trading with your money. Because when Bitcoin goes down, everybody knows what's happening. You don't have to worry about that here, because you have real stores, real people buying those items, a real system that is advertising with your money, and you don't have to worry about anything that is traded or whatever, or that is going to crash or whatever, because these are real stores, real people buying stuff, real money being spent, just like we do. We spend our money here, and these clients are spending their money buying these packages. It's as simple as that. And that's why I tell you guys is, okay, you always need to be prepared. That it's always better to diversify your money. But this is really a business that you can really be a little bit more safe with. Let me say it that way. Okay, that is the best thing to call it, because everything that you do online is a risk. You always know that is what it is. You always have to keep in mind that when you are putting in some money, that you always know if you can afford to lose it when this is going to be going away. But that's why I say AI marketing is the better one to have from all these different kinds of trading platforms that you have out there. And there are some good ones, I can tell you that. But this one is a safe haven in order to get a little bit of money. And if you want to earn money and you want to make sure that you get your money, there's your answer. And yeah, I know I talk like that because, yeah, I'm more than, what is that, almost a year in this company. So I know what it's doing. And I know also that with the crash that happened with all that in Russia and all that, is that was not the first time that happened. It was the second time. So the first time they came back. They came back, okay? They restored everything and they came back. And they paid everyone and everything was fine. And now the second time it happened again, and they're still coming back and restoring everything and paying everyone. So I don't know about you, Desiree, but I think it's a really one of the best companies out there that you can join in order to earn money. Really?
Yeah, I do think so, because it is a real company who has real sales, and the sales, it's come from the stores, and the stores is going to pay AI marketing. So it is real money paying to AI marketing from the stores. So yeah, this is real. It is
Sorry,
backed up with
you kicked
that.
me out.
Oh
No, no, it
yes,
doesn't matter.
it's backed
Always
up
sign
with
in with your
that.
brain. Don't
So
forget.
yeah, you can say this is one of the safest
Yeah,
what I have experienced with.
yeah,
Normally, I had only experience with the companies who are or programs who are saying we trade with your money, but trade is a risk, a real high risk. So always be aware that you only use money for, but you can afford to lose. As always, in every company you are investing in or give the money to work with. Um, it is always a risk, and be aware of that. and and in some companies you have to be patient, and that's the deal of the way of economic um, where the money is coming from. So
yeah,
it's like a bank who says, oh, you put money on your account and they work with your money, but they don't give you credits from that.
yeah,
They don't give you enough um, um, profits from what they made of
yeah,
your money.
yeah.
But
But this is just an amazing thing because
yeah,
we all know that when you are going to put your money on the bank, what is going to happen with it? Because they are trading with your money, just like everybody else.
yeah,
And that is what it is. Because the reason why you can lend money from your bank is because they will trade with whatever you do. So it's not for us not so hard for them to lend you the money because they have already made it 10 times, maybe 20 times over. Okay. And what they are saying now is if you put something on a savings account, you will get 0.02% per year. So basically, they are bullshitting you. Okay. That's what I call it. It's just purely bullshit. So I would say if you have some money in your savings account and you can afford to lose that money or partial of that money, put it in here, please. Okay, because here we are guaranteed to get 25% until 35% in cash back on top of whatever you put in. Okay, but if you see is that this can happen to you too. Okay, so that is not 35%. And on average, we are getting in between 45 to 50%. And that's a lot of money. Okay,
yeah,
so would you put a piece of your savings, not all of it, but a piece of your savings in here to see what this thing is doing? I would. But if you want to make sure the robot is running and you want to make sure if this robot is doing what it's supposed to do, then check it out because then you can start for free. Okay. So let me go to my cashback. And here you can see that we have a gift certificate that you can use in order to see how the robot works. So what you need to do is go to your upliner where you got the link from and then ask for that gift certificate code that you see right there. And when you activate your gift certificate, it's really easy to do, by the way, when you sign up and you want to top up, well, you're not going to top up because you're using your $50 gift certificate, but you can top up anyway. And you go to your sales, to your top up page, is that when you are going to the drop down, okay, let me show you that. You see here the Visa card, but you have a drop down if you click on it, okay? And you see use cashback where I am because I never used the gift certificate. But if you want to use it, then do that before you're going to top up. Otherwise, it doesn't work anymore. So when you are topping up without the gift certificate and you want to do that gift certificate afterwards, that is not possible. You can do that only once and only in the first that you begin with. Okay, so you will see here your gift certificate. Then you click on that and you activate it. And the only thing you need to do is have that code from that person and put it here on the left side, that code, that 16-digit code. And then, so just like you see in here, it's some kind of a code like that. Put that code in there and activate it. And then what the robot is going to do, it's going to work with that $50. And you will see some sales coming on in your sales page. That robot is going to use that in between 4 to 7 days, and then the $50 will be gone. Okay, so then it's spent all and then it will stop. The only thing you need to do is when you decide to use AI marketing and you want to start in this amazing business, is to top up with your own money. And I would always advise to use Bitcoin.
Oh, Connie?
Yeah.
Andrew has a question about your...
Okay. Let me go back here. Andrew, on the left-hand side under the card, do I have...
I do not have.
I do not have Protect Pending or Protect Available.
Oh, then it's
have.
After the crash.
Yeah, that is the question, Andrew. Did you start with AI marketing before the crash or after the crash? Because if you started before the crash and you have some money in the system, then you need to top up a little bit. So the robot will run a little bit with the money and then it will activate it. But if you started after the crash, then it came back. Let's say it came back and then you started, then you won't see that underneath your card because you are a new person. Okay, you started after. So, okay, so when you start after the crash, you don't have to worry about anything. Okay, good. So new people that start from on after the crash, so let's say you start today, you don't have to worry about anything that you see underneath your card. Because what you see here with me, the previous campaign, that doesn't occur to you, okay? So the previous campaign is purely if you started before the 11th of July. No, the 15th of July.
Yeah.
If you started before the 15th of July, you will have these previous campaign if you had enough money in there and your robot didn't stop, okay? And if you have that, but you don't see anything underneath your card, then I would recommend you guys put a little money in it and make sure that your robot is doing something in order to activate it faster. That's the only thing I can tell you. It will activate, but I don't know how long it will take. And if you want to activate it a little bit faster because you started before that crash, then of course I would recommend you guys put a little bit in there and let the robot work a little bit. So where was I? So the $50 gift certificate. It will run out and then you can choose to top up a little bit from your own money if you decide to start in this company. There's only one thing that you need to do because the $50 is a loan, okay?
There is
They
someone on
call it what?
there's someone from the Facebook
Yeah.
says something about.
Hello, Facebook user. I really love these information sessions. Can normally get in lives as it is very early for me. Okay. Well, it's always recorded, guys. So if you want to see it back, you can always watch it back on my YouTube channel. And it will also be recorded on my Facebook page. Okay. So where you're watching it right now, you can always see the recording. But thank you for these nice words there. So let me go back to you guys. Is that $50 gift certificate needs to be paid back? Well, of course, when you are running with that gift certificate, you will earn, okay? The robot will earn money for you. And when it gets to your cashback here, in your cashback here on the left side, then you can pay it back if it is $50. Let's say you have $70 to $75 that you get around about from that gift certificate. Then first you have to pay the $50 back. And the other thing is that your first reinvestment or withdrawal will be $100. That is the terms that you have when you use the gift certificate. They call it a gift certificate because you can give it away to somebody new. But it is not a gift. You have to pay it back. Be aware of that, okay? So it's purely to show people how the system works and to show that the robot is really making sales, okay? That's how it works, because that is what you will see.
Yeah, with my account, what uh, I share
Yeah.
with you guys, it was with also a gift certificate. With me, the gift certificate was around $10 spent to my robot every day. So it was around 5 days. So five
In
times
between
ten
4 to 7
dollars.
days, he's working with your gift certificate.
Yeah,
And that is normal, guys, okay? Because the gift certificate is only there to show you that it gives you sales
yeah,
and to show you that the system works. And
yeah,
for you to decide if you want to start in this amazing company. So don't see it as really earned money, because when you don't top up a little bit out of your pocket after that, or maybe directly, then of course you will not get the money out,
yeah,
because you will not get paid by the money that is left from that $70 that you got, because the $50 back, then the $20 still in there, and you cannot do a withdrawal because the first withdrawal is $100. So it's purely to show you guys how the system works. And it's a good way because we have different kinds of referral commissions. Okay, you can earn from any site that you want. That means we have the IMB network that is purely with commissions and turnovers and all that. Then we have the AI marketing where you can earn from the gift certificate also 5%. So you can choose to activate both of them at the same time. That means that if you activate your gift certificate, then the person above you will get 5% from whatever you top up afterwards, okay, after. And the person on top of you will get also in the INB network a percentage that they have on what they earn, maybe 5%, 6 or 7, it doesn't matter. The reason why you can earn from these two sides is because you started, and I will show you guys. I don't know if I have it right here. Let me see if I have the picture here. No, let me get a picture here. So I have to search for it. is that you started with the brain-like picture. Okay, that's the difference. So that's a very important step to do. So let me show you guys. Okay. So that's a really important thing to know, is that you want to use always the blue brain picture. Okay, so I'm going to show you right now this one. That one means that you can earn from both sides. Okay, so you can earn from the gift certificate that you gave away on that person, and you can earn on the INB network page. If anyone else is choosing the other buttons than is showed that you have to use in order to get everything that you need, is that that person will not get any commissions. Okay, so always use the brain blue picture. Very important to do. Why is that? Because you can change your mind. You don't have to refer in this company. You can earn from the robot alone. But when you decide to get a lot money in your robot, let's say you have $10,000 in there, you earned that, okay, and you decided not to show other people. Are you not proud that you earned $10,000 in this amazing company? Of course you're proud. And are you not buying stuff for yourself? So let's say you buy whatever item. So let's say you buy a new TV and that TV costs you $1,000, let's say, okay? And now a good friend comes to visit you and drink some coffee and talk a little bit, and they see that you bought that new TV from whatever size, okay, for $1,000 in your apartment. But they know that you are only, well, having a job and is not really a big earner, okay? They know that. And then they see that new TV and they're going to ask you, how come you're going to buy a TV of $1,000 when you're earning $900 a month? So this way, you're still going to tell them what you're doing. And you are telling them, well, I'm in that company, AI marketing and blah, blah, blah. And you're going to explain a little bit. And they are going like, oh my God, I want to do that too. I want to buy myself that new TV. I want to buy myself that new car in front of my house. So yes, always use the brain-like picture, because then if that person in your house is drinking coffee with you, is well, you show them how that works, is that you will get the commissions from that person, because that person is using the brain picture. And there's also a benefit for him when he is going to show everybody else. Okay, so always use the brain. Okay, the brain, the blue brain, very, very important, guys. I think I had everything that I needed to tell you, I think, really. Okay, so let me come back to you guys. There you go. So I don't see any questions here, so that's a good thing. Okay, so I think we had everything that we needed to say. Desiree, do you have anything to add? Maybe I forget something.
No, that's what we have to tell the people who has a little bit of worrying about
Yeah.
the waiting days.
Yeah.
We have discussed about how it works in the system, so it is all the information they need.
Yeah.
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 So.
Yeah, and you know, I don't do presentations anymore in my life because I know it takes a lot of time, and most of you guys that are in or wants to be at already saw some kind of a presentation. So I basically am answering the questions here for you guys that really needs to be answered. I can do a presentation. If I do that every week, I think it's boring. I don't want to do presentations every time. So I'd rather just be here for you guys. And if you want to jump in our live and talk with us, or you want to ask questions like this, like Andrew is doing, fine. It doesn't matter how you do it. I'd rather help that way, because then I can just give you guys all the information that you really need to know, and that in an hour time. Okay. So if there are more questions, or there are more things that I need to tell you guys, then of course, maybe it can take 1 hour and a half. I don't take a look at the clock, but normally an hour would be enough in order to do this.
Yeah. So,
but we know that just like what we had with Desiree, and everybody that is in AI marketing has the same thing. We all need to wait around about 4 to 5 days until your robot runs with your money. And I know it's not funny anymore. So hopefully the leaders can, put that to question, and then hopefully we will know that next week. And then maybe they will fix it, or maybe there's a perfectly fine explanation. We don't know.
Yeah, that's it for now, I think.
Yeah, I think we had everything. If there's anything else, guys, don't hesitate. This will be recorded on my YouTube. It will be recorded on my Facebook. And it will also be recorded in our Facebook group. And we have a Telegram group also. If you are in our team and you want to join in our Telegram group, please message me first. I will give you the link, because it's a private one. And I will keep you up to date with everything that I do, and with everything you need to know, and with every change is going to be. If you have questions, you can just put it in the Telegram group. And normally I will answer, but anybody that knows the answer can answer, of course. But basically we have our own team in that group. So it will not be a crowded group. Okay, so don't think that there are 2,000 people in there, because you're getting crazy of all these messages and everybody asking the same question. You don't have to worry about that here, because most of the people that I have in my team are not asking the questions. And the reason why is because I explain everything in detail. They don't have to ask these questions, because they are taught how it's supposed to be taught. So thank you guys for being there. If you want to join, then of course you know where to go. And if you want to have some more information, you also know where to go. And I would thank you, Andrew, for asking these questions and being here with us from Germany. So that's really, really nice. And hopefully we'll see you next time too. We are doing these lives now once every week. So that means that once in every other week, I need to say, because every other week we have the meetings of the leaders, and then I will put the information of all the questions and answers in our Telegram group. Okay, so that's how we do that. So I will see you guys in 2 weeks again. Desiree, do you have any last words for these amazing people watching?
That's thanks for your time being in this live, and for the people who are watching it in the recording, just make a comment, or let's say a question in there, so that we can answer it later on. That's it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. And if you want to get in touch with Desiree, then of course you can find her also in our group, in our Telegram group. And otherwise, you can just message me if you want to get in touch with her. And otherwise, I would say thank you for being here, guys. I hope I will see you in about 2 weeks. And then the Saturday, and that will be the 6th of November, and 1 p.m. Central European summertime. Well, then it will be not any summertime anymore, so it will be just the Central European time. Okay, there's not summer anymore.
No.
So thank you for being here, and I'll see you hopefully next time. Bye, guys.
Right.